Okay. Um, Welcome to the Gentleman's Hour. Graduation time. From Diapers to Diplomas. That's the title of our show tonight, Unc. Hello, how are you?
Diapers to Diplomas.
From Diapers to Diplomas, and then probably eventually back to diapers. You know, like Trump, they say he wears that. Oh, man, I said no Trump talk anymore. Okay. Hey, welcome, Uncle. How are you?
Good.
How are things? Good.
Yeah, everything's great. Fine and dandy.
Perfect. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let's hit this intro, homie. 1 minute, you're teaching your kid how to ride a bike. Next thing you know, they're on the brink of becoming adults and graduating high school or maybe even college. And graduate. Since it is, this is graduation time, typically May through June.
Graduation season?
God, man, you always have the word, bro. You have the words that I'm always searching for, but I'm leading you to it because you're right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Right.
But I'm just, hey, anything you're puting down, bro, I'm picking it up. Come on.
All right. Hey, you're like Ron Say at third base, bro. Nothing gets past you.
Ron Say, damn. What a tiny reference.
The Penguin. All right. Okay, so that's what we're discussing today. But not only are we talking about what we went through, what we were thinking, what we were feeling when we graduated, but we're talking about now being parents and parenting some of these kids and find out if we did a good job or not. Are we doing too much or not enough?
Wow.
Is there a new type of pressure for kids, for parents? And at what point are us parents off the hook? Hey, and then kids need to start taking responsibility for themselves. When does that happen? Well, guess what? We might not discover that answer, but we might get pretty close all next on a very reflective Gentleman's Hour.
Hey, pomp and circumstance, bro. Hit that intro.
Hey, is that the name of the song? That's the name of the song, huh? Dude.
One that goes, dun, dun,
that's
dun,
the
dun,
best song ever
Is
made.
it that one?
No, that is it. I mean, I don't know if
Or
that's
is it
the
the other
name
one? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, yeah. Pomp and circumstance.
So, yeah. Yeah, that song is that's sick. Whoever came up with that, genius. Did you think about it? That's one of the, they probably didn't, bro. They probably didn't. I should have, that's my bad. I should have looked that up had it as like an interesting fact or something. Stupid. Okay. All right, Uncle. All right. First off, before we jump into the questions, what do we always start with?
Get them wet.
No. No.
Cochino!
Hey, you need to chill, bro. It's a Wednesday night, bro. You're acting like it's Friday night at the bowling league, brother. Come on.
I'm acting like it's hump day, huh?
Yeah, come on, man. No, it's first sip, brother. First sip. So
now it's first sip.
Typically, first sip is you tell me what you've been up to. I tell you what I've been up to. But this one, we're going to go ahead and set the stage for our subject today. Hold on one second. Babe!
Hey, Dad!
Hey, can you turn that? I'm trying to do got the hairdryer running. Babe, can you turn that off, bro? I'm trying to do a damn show. God damn.
You forgot to turn on the on air light.
This is a professional studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe the bulb needs to be changed.
Bro, I feel like I'm at death row back in the day. Remember all kinds of crazy. They're trying to
wrap in the back.
Yeah, going crazy on the gunshots and shit, and they're trying to make how to live and die in LA or California love. All right. Oh gosh, now she threw me off. Where was I? Okay, so typically I'm gonna have to cut all that, but typically we start with first. we start with first sip, and we get a little background what's going on. But we're not gonna do that today, because I'm gonna set the stage for for the whole show, which is graduation. How many graduations do you remember, Uncle? And do you remember what? Actually, no, not all of them. Just let's do high school, and maybe if you did middle school. I don't know. I did middle school, but maybe like the two last. What were you feeling? What were you thinking? What were you expecting? And were you scared or were you excited to like move on to the next, the next level up?
How many of my graduation?
Yeah, yours.
Hey, I'm flattered that you think that I had more than 3.
Hey, preschool,
back
kindergarten. Oh yeah, and then have be a new nickname, Doctor.
I remember 6th grade, 9th grade, and 12th grade.
Okay, so see, clearly. All right.
Yeah, all 3.
Okay. What were you feeling? What were you thinking? Were you scared?
I was a little nervous for 6th and 9th grade, but I was terrified, bro, for 12th.
Why?
Because that was adulthood, bro. And I was like, you're done with your earlier education on to the next step. So all right. The other ones were like, yeah, you're just going to another school. Half the kids that were in my class were going with me. The other ones were whatever. But 12th grade, it was fun at the time. It was very, 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 very wild. But it was also very, very scary, bro. Like during the whole thing.
Were you like relieved after high school? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I made it. Like, did you ever think, man, there's no way I'm gonna graduate?
I almost didn't graduate. I ditched a lot in 12th grade and I almost did not graduate. So I kind of had to pick it up. My grades took a dip. So I just kind of had to put in work near the end. I think the second semester and half of like the first semester. But yeah, for sure relieved. Like I said, at that point I was gonna go to CSUN after starting in the fall. So I went there for a year. But it felt like the hardest part of my life was over, but it wasn't even. Now that I look back, that was probably the easiest time in my life.
Exactly. Okay. For me, I don't remember. Like, I know I graduated. For us, it was just 8th grade and then senior 12th grade. So I didn't have 3. I don't even remember 8th. I was back then. I was dark. I didn't even really know what's going on in the world. So I know I don't remember much.
I was dark, so you have no memory.
I was super dark back. You wouldn't even recognize me if you saw me. You would walk right past me. High school, I didn't remember. I think I told this story on there. My mom probably doesn't want me telling it because she wants people to probably think I was a good guy or good student. But I didn't actually graduate. I failed a class my senior year. Remember that? I told that story. Remember, me and my buddy took the class for this teacher because we thought or we heard she hooked up with students and she was really hot. She was hot as shit, bro. Oh, she looked like she could be a student. That's how young she was. And the rumors were that she'll hook up with you if you got the moves, if you got what it takes, as they say now, if you got that riz. So we took that class.
That sounds incredible.
Hey, we were 2 young studs with, I had that Aguilar blood running through me, so I was ready to conquer, bro. And if it had to be a teacher, it had to be a teacher. Yeah, bro, the U.S. military right here, homie. Anyways, yeah, she did put out, and she gave me and my buddy Fs because we didn't do anything all year. So
she ended up giving you the F after all, huh?
Yeah, I took the F.
That's not the one you were looking for.
No, I thought I was gonna give it. She gave it. But they did let me walk, which thank God, because my mom probably would have, I told you she was all about education. So if I would have she would have, I don't know what she would have done. She might have took my life, bro. Like that would have been, that would have been the ultimate shame. You know what I mean? But anyways, I ended up taking a summer class and I did get my diploma just, after the summer, after everybody else had theirs. Obviously I didn't go straight to college after that because I barely passed. So I went to the community college. That's when I decided to get my game together because all my buddies were leaving. The Antelope Valley was just like, it wasn't it anymore, bro. So I needed to take my talents elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to go and start hunting, bro. You know what I mean? Get out into them pride lands and just go to work. So
yeah, those the hyenas and the wildebeest starting tasting.
Yeah, no, bro. I want something exotic, homie. You know what I'm talking about. So that's when I finally buckled down. I said, "Hey, Paul." I talked to myself. I didn't call myself
some sense in your
filthy P. I was like, Paul, you want to pick your game up? You want to get that top grade talent? You need to take your act on the road, bro. And guess where I chose? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I'm doing the Darth Vader, but San Diego, bro, where the white women flow like what was the Dumb and Dumber where they're talking about like the beer flows
like the salmon to Capistrano.
Yeah. That's what it was like out there, bro. It's just like you just turn around and they're everywhere, bro. They're like out there. Blonde hot chicks are like cockroaches, bro. You get rid of one and 3 more pop up. It's like what?
That's not a good reference.
Okay. All right, sorry. All right. Hey, I can't be 100%. It can't be 100% all the time, right? But anyway, so that was so I remember going out of high school, I was more scared. I'll get into more like all that once we get into the actual questions, but that's my background. That's Unc's background. So let's get going. Let's get started. Uncle, first up course, we're gonna warm you up. We're gonna get those toes wet, brother. I don't want to get you fully wet, but we're gonna get them toes wet, and we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna combine rapid style, Uncle Louie's favorite. We're doing rapid style and get them wet. So are you ready? I just need quick 1-word answers. Participation trophies, see or no?
No.
Good. Should every kid go to college?
No.
Good. A trade school or a university?
Trade school.
Oh, that one I can't agree with you, but look we both have taken different paths, and look where we met up. We met up right here.
Okay. It's a different beast.
Yeah. Are parents too protective now? See or no?
Yes.
Is fear a good tactic to motivate kids?
No.
Okay. I disagree with you on that one. For me, at least, that's the only thing that works, bro. That's what works with Dez. Should parents pay for college? See or no?
Should parents pay for college? Yeah, if they can, of course. Why not?
Oh, good. Okay. Good answer. Okay. Are kids too soft today?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree. Of course, because everything's easier. Yeah. Is social media misdirecting kids or helping them?
Misdirecting. Actually,
okay.
I'm on the fence, but I'm gonna say misdirecting them. But I don't agree 100%. But yeah,
that's how I feel. I feel there are good parts, but you're right.
Maybe like 55, 60%.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I agree. Do you feel your parents prepared you for adulthood emotionally? See or no?
Yes and no.
You want to just elaborate a tad?
Yes, because at a certain point they just kind of they stopped really kind of what's the word? Like they kind of let me be. They gave me advice every now and then, but for the most part they kind of let me be. I think the lack of like emotional like reinforcement, I guess, maybe kind of taught me that, people they're not always going to show you how they feel, and you kind of have to look for it. And then it taught me to be a parent that showed my kids the opposite of that. So yeah.
Okay. I get it. Yeah. I think that one's probably more of a complex question than
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You want to, same thing. Okay. And the last one, do you feel you are preparing your kids for adulthood?
Kind of the same thing, yes and no. Because I feel like I give them advice, I give them old life lessons that I've learned, and I try to have them not have to go through certain things. But I'm a firm believer in that they have to learn to fail. They have to learn to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Because I'm not trying to hold their hands the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's another one, same where it's just like, I don't think
so
you go wrong either way. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hey, did I get those toes wet? Did I get that big toe wet? Yeah.
Yeah. The fat toe is nice and drippy.
Oh, it's all drippity drip. All right. Well, guess what? This is your second favorite segment. Time to get a little deep, bro. What about that one lyric? So deep, put her ass.
Maddie, and my Jimmy runs deep. So deep, put her butt to sleep.
It's to sleep. Oh, whoa. Damn. Okay, anyways, we're not talking about that, but...
we're not, but we are.
let's jump into some more, like a little bit more personal stories. Okay. So now these questions, you go ahead and give that full uncle answer. You don't need to just say sí or no. All right. First one. What is the toughest lesson that you learned growing up?
Oh. I don't know if it was the toughest, but it was humbling. I learned that in this world you have, especially like when you're dealing with other people, that sometimes they just don't care, bro. They just don't give a crap.
Okay.
And when you're younger, you're innocent, and you kind of at least me personally, I like I said, I was always a rule follower, so I always thought like people have to follow the rules. I always thought, there's people that genuinely care for other people, but then you come across some shady people. You come across some people that are just not good people. And I think once you learn to understand that there's people on this world that don't have the best intention for other people but themselves, it'll keep you on your toes, bro, for sure. You just, and especially like, I'm not talking about people that are trying to rob you, because they're out there. But as far as people that you, obviously when you go to school, you might have some professors, you might have some people that have never seen a brown person coming to school with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you're going to school in their neighborhood, whatever. And they don't have the best intention, and they don't, they look out for themselves, or they're going to screw you over when you graduate and then you go get a job.
Right.
Stuff like that. That I think is probably, it humbled me for sure, because I got like, I was a sucker, dude. I was like, God damn. And then I realized, like, dude, this dude did not give a crap and just did whatever they needed to do. And once you realize that there's people out there in the world, it'll keep you on your toes. Hopefully,
yeah, that's true.
You'll learn something.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. How about this? What was what do you consider was your first real like responsibility? Was it like the movies when you started, or did you have more when you were like at home? Did your parents maybe give you some special chores? It's like, okay, here you go. This is now your job or whatnot.
I remember, I can give you a little bit of both. But I remember when I was a kid, like I told you, when I started driving, I would take my mom places, and I remember having to write a check out at the supermarket because she didn't know how to write checks.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was 16 probably.
Okay.
And I remember we went, and I just like, she was like, oh, here's a checkbook. And I was like, what? Like, the hell? She's like, oh, well, write the check. And I remember like, my dad signed the check, but it was blank, and I just had her like put in the amount, and the name of the store.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I remember thinking like, oh, I hope I don't mess this up. And I remember thinking like, man, what if like they arrest me or something? Because I just, like I said, I'm a rule follower, bro. That wasn't my bank account. I didn't feel like I should have been writing a check, or maybe because I was a minor. I don't know.
But did you did you tag it all up, or what? Old English style, or what?
No. It was. I mean, it was in my writing. And
I've never.
I don't remember. It was probably like $100 or something. But
damn.
Yeah, I'm just like, to me, that felt like, I'm like, dude, I hope I'm doing this right. I'm thinking it's like a legal document, and this is currency. What if it's bound, whatever? Like, you think all kinds of stuff. And then at the theater, and I think when they made me like a shift leader, where I was in charge of breaks, and I think,
oh dang, how'd you get that job already right off the bat? Wait,
bro, not off the bat, bro.
I've never heard of a break leader. What, a break leader? Is that what you were called?
Shift leader.
A shift leader. Is that like assistant manager?
Shift they put you on, you're in charge of, like, if you're in confection, you're in charge of confection. If you're in charge of the door, you're in charge of the door.
Yeah.
If you're in the box, you're in charge of the box.
And when
you got to give them breaks. Like, hey, take your break now.
I bet you were like the little Hitler of the team leads.
The theater lot.
You made them all walk up and keep their head down.
Step while you're walking down the.
Go home if you're not gonna walk in line in succession.
You're not gonna do it. Get the hell out of my face.
Damn, bro. I bet you were a tyrant, bro.
Yeah, breaking broom handles over my knee like Bo Jackson, fool.
You were the DJT of the, what was it? What theater was it? Regal?
You're fired. You can't fire me. Century, dog.
Century, huh? Damn. Oh, damn. Okay, for me, my first real responsibility, obviously a job. That's where it's like real responsibility. But I would say like when I got old enough to where my mom would leave me home to like watch my sister, or if I had to walk her home from school, I felt like a little bit of like, damn, if something happens to her, it's probably on me. So I better, you know. And we used to walk home. I was only in 5th or 6th grade, so it wasn't like I was that old, but I just felt a responsibility, almost like, you know, you have a pet or whatever. You got to make sure that sucker is fed and safe. And all my mom wanted to do was come home to her 2 live kids. So my sister was like the little pet, you know, she's just wandering around. I had to keep her safe, you know what I mean? Make sure she don't fall in the pool, shit like that. So, so that was my first real responsibility. Okay. How about this? Or what is one of the moments that your parents got right? So maybe a little shout out of what they did that helped you become the person you are right now.
And I think, key point would be just instilling that work ethic. I see my problem is that they instilled that work ethic. I know because my sister has it. I have it. The only problem is that I only applied it to work. I didn't apply it at school.
Right.
If I would have applied that same work ethic in school, bro, man, who knows where I'd be right now?
Yeah.
But I think it was me being immature and realizing that when you go to a job, they give you money, and money was more valuable to me than an education. And I didn't know that when I was younger. Yeah, because I'm like, they're just grades. Like I just gotta get a diploma.
Right. That's, you know what I mean. That's the goal.
But this other one is like, dude, I don't want to get fired, and I gotta get money.
I gotta, yeah. So now it takes a whole different toll, huh?
Yeah.
For me, what is it that I would just say, and I think both of my parents actually were hard workers. So me being probably the least hardworking person I know, I would say. If I didn't have them, I probably would have been like on the streets right now. You know what I mean? At least I got a little bit of it. I know when it's time to get serious and take care of business. But for the most part, I feel like I would like to just do nothing, bro. I would have been a professional like bum or even when I was maybe right before I started getting serious about school, I really thought about being like, not a gigolo. What are those dudes that marry old women that are rich? What are they called? Is it a gigolo?
Like a sugar baby?
Yeah. But I thought for a guy it's called like something.
Where you get yourself a sugar mama?
Yeah, because I was like, dang, some of these, at that time, I'm only a kid, so I'm thinking like a 30-year-old. I'm like, damn, some of these 30-year-olds are...
30-year-old?
Or 40? I don't know what, you know what I mean? But basically, that's what I thought. Honestly, I really thought about doing it. And so I tried to get into shape and get serious about it, but it just never panned out. But anyway, so for them it would be their seriousness and their work ethic, and their both dedication to family. Like, you know, I could tell that us kids were their priority. You know what I mean? So that rubbed off on me. Now it's time to get serious, Unc. How about
that was serious?
How about a moment that your parents failed you?
I don't think my parents ever failed me.
Good answer.
Because what?
Good answer.
Yeah, I don't think my parents ever failed me because I think their intentions were there. The resources weren't always there, but they worked with what they had. Sometimes it was better than others. Sometimes it was really bad. And I mean, it's just, I think given all the circumstance, I mean, yeah, I think they did their best. I know they loved me. I know they wanted the best for me. And I think they're proud of what I turned out to be. So yeah, I don't think they ever failed me at all.
That's good. I wish I could say the same, brother. My parents failed me like a mother beep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even gonna go down that road.
I'm like, bro,
that's a joke. That's a joke. No, I don't feel like I wouldn't say they failed me either. The only thing I would say is maybe I wish now that I look back, of course, I'm a kid, I'm not saying that, but now that I look back, I wish they wouldn't have spoiled me as much. And I wasn't, like I said before, I wasn't super, super spoiled, but I just always, I felt like I was mildly spoiled, you know what I mean? Given whatever I want. They rarely said no to stuff. I wasn't like that kind of kid that needed air. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't out of control, but I always had the feeling of like, if I wanted something, I can eventually get it. Just got to ask my mom and be serious. And they might say something like, yeah, you got to get an A on your next report. And then I get a C and they would still get it for me. So I consider that spoiled. You know what I mean? So I wish I wouldn't have, I wish I was raised a little bit tougher, but I see it's hard to do that because I do that also with my kids. You know what I mean? I spoil them. I don't think I spoil them as much as, no, I probably do spoil them. I probably spoil them more than I was spoiled. I don't know. We got to bring my mom on one day to find out if she spoiled me. But I felt like it. I felt like I was. So I wish it would have been a little tougher on me. You know what I mean? A little bit more strict. I think it would have been better for me. I do better when someone's like, I want this, this, and this, son. Not just like, you know, hey, if you can kind of pick up, that's good. Like, all right, well, I ain't doing that. I don't know what that means. So
If you can kind of pick up.
yeah, but if I know it's
be
like,
highly appreciated, but not
yeah,
required.
yeah. But when somebody like gets serious, that's when it gets my attention. So,
Let me ask you this.
yeah.
Not to dive too deep into this topic, but do you think or do you recall ever holding back because you thought you were spoiled?
Holding back how? Like
asking for a pair of Jordans every week.
Oh.
And you're like, nah.
Yeah. No,
I just got some Jordans last month or whatever.
No, I felt guilty. This is something I used to do. I don't know if my mom even recognized it or realized it, but like anytime I got something that I felt was, you know, like if we went to the store when I was real little, I said, can I get action figure for $5? I didn't feel guilty if I got that. But as I started getting older and it, you know, stuff starts costing more and I wanted stuff, I would always, so like say we go into the store, we get whatever it is, she gets me the whatever it is that's expensive, or we would go to the,
and you was Barbie,
whatever. Yeah, I know. And that Barbie house and I used to have the Corvette, all of it. We go out to pay for it. And I would like, before they would ring it up, I would just walk off and like either go to the bathroom or like usually there's chairs or something, but I didn't want to be there when they ring it up because it's like embarrassing. Like, damn, like I don't want to see the price of that. You know what I mean? I felt a little embarrassed, a little like ashamed or whatever. So I did feel guilty. Anytime I have to like get something from my mom or something, I feel guilty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to ask, but you know, can you help me out with this or you know, like I would feel guilty. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know. I never like to ask for help. I'd rather go down in flames than ask for anything. That's just me. Yeah. So, or even I think you're like that too, or owing somebody. Remember when I picked you up at the, because you're like, I don't have cash. You didn't have cash. I'm like, yeah, I got 60, bro. Here, this will pay for. And you're like, no, I don't. That's how I am too. I don't like to owe people. I never, even if I know the person doesn't care. Like, you know, I don't give a shit, bro. It's $30, like whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm that way too. It's like, I'm gonna get you back. Because I don't want anyone to think that like I'm not gonna pay you back or whatever. So, all right. How about this one? Which do you feel is more important, discipline or support?
Support.
This is kind of hard.
Okay. I'm not even going to argue with that one because I don't know which one. Discipline to me is real big, but then you're right. That support can be emotional, physical, financial, and that just like carries. a lot.
I can tell you why in my
okay.
opinion.
Yeah, go for it.
Like I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm a little bit. I don't want to say progressive because I don't think that's the right word, but I do feel that, and I voiced it. I don't remember to who, but I'm like, at a certain point, you're not disciplining these kids anymore. You're kind of supporting them. Like Cass is 20 to probably 24 in December.
Dang.
I'm not disciplining her. What am I gonna do? Have her go fetch a Switch? Like, I might not agree with everything she does, but for the most part, I mean, she's an outstanding human being. She's very, very kind-hearted, very, very well-rounded. I mean, for her being that age and still being the way she is with us, the way she is with her siblings on both sides, with her mom's kids and our kids, I'm more there for support. I'm more there for advice. I'm more there to have these conversations about whatever. Like with Nick, he is slowly going towards more support than discipline.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I don't remember the last time I had to discipline him. Yeah, every now and then I'll like, hey, pick up your shoes or whatever. Or little reminders, right?
Yeah.
Natalia's 10, so she still gets disciplined because she's 10.
Right.
But it's gotten a lot easier as the years go by. So she's going, I don't know, she's literally like a couple years from being more support than discipline. So that's why I think support's better, because it's long term. As in the discipline, you get it out, and once you have them at a certain point, it's like it's like I don't want to compare it to like a dog.
Oh damn!
But once you have a dog housebroken and you know keep them from barking at the neighbor, whatever.
Yeah.
All you're doing is feeding them, bro, and then you interact with them. You show them that love, that support, that that foundation, the structure.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the same thing with kids.
Yeah, rough. But how come? Here's my question, just a little sidebar, real quick. I can delete this if you don't want me to air this.
My
but
dog Max.
How come you are allowed to say that, compare kids to dogs? But when I did that with Desiree, and I was like, Desiree, it's like my pet, my dog that I'm training, and eventually we're gonna get to physical contact, but we got to make sure. How come when I say that, everybody gets all pissed off, but you can say it and it's perfectly fine? That makes no sense to me.
No. I'm not comparing them to dogs. I'm just saying, in there's some similarities as far as like the path that you take.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I know people that are disciplining their 50-year-old kids now.
I know. I wish there were some people disciplining their 50-year-old kids.
Oh no, yeah, I shouldn't say disciplining them. They're never mind.
Oh, that's another subject.
Yeah, that's another story for another.
Yeah, they probably don't. They've never disciplined them, and they're reaping the rewards now. But you know what I mean? Like, like for sure, they've never gone for moral support. They're more like, hey, I'm being bullied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like to me, like I said,
and that makes sense. You actually, you changed my mind.
I find, like I said, they go from being these little kids to like growing up and being some of their best friends, bro.
Right, and then discipline is the last thing. Yeah. See, those
conversations that I have with my kids, bro, is I love it, bro.
Yeah,
love it.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of like kids that aren't disciplined. You don't do that as like a major thing, but you're right. If you're looking at comparing the two, you compare discipline, which is the early years, compared to the support, which could be their whole life. You know what I mean? If you think about it,
for
kids
sure.
are getting support.
Yeah, you're not financially supporting them.
It's other ways.
Like, you know what I mean? You're not paying their bills, but you are emotional. Like they know that foundation's there because they can come back to it. You give them that comfort, and sometimes just talking about it, bro. Yeah. Sometimes they might just tell you, hey, you know what? I have this bad day at work. I had a bad day at school. I had a bad whatever. And you tell them blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I don't know how you are, but sometimes I'm like, I relate. And I'll tell them stuff that Laura's like, why'd you tell them that? Because it's sincere. It's legit.
Right.
That's what I went through. And I put myself in their shoes at their age. And I would have loved to have somebody that I could talk to. You know what I mean?
So I think that what you just said, I think, is probably the answer to this last question, but I'll still ask it. But it sounds like that's what you would change. Was there anything that you did purposefully different with your kids now, that different from the way your relationship was with your parents? Like, was there anything you took and, I'm doing this different?
Oh, I took everything. Like, I don't know if I've said this before, and I'm pretty sure I voiced this to you. I took everything that I liked and I applied it, and everything that I didn't, I changed it. Or I tried to change it. I don't want to say I changed everything, but there was certain things that I remember thinking, like, dude, like, doing that with my kids was beneficial in that sense, but it was hurtful to me, because there was stuff where I'm like, dude, like, why didn't my parents want to do this with me? You know what I mean? Just the whole I love you. Just the whole like like why? Like I look at my kids and I can't imagine not saying I love you to them. Maybe, but in the same sense, I'm kind of like why did my mom not tell me that? Why didn't my dad? Why didn't they tell me that? Why didn't I deserve that? You know what I mean? That's the stuff
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's
So
the
I took
stuff. So
the
you
good
wanted-
and I applied it, and I took the bad and I tried to change it. Yeah.
You want to make sure your kids didn't think or feel that way.
Yeah.
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 Good.
Like I always say this, bro. They're gonna have they're gonna have issues with me for sure, because I'm not perfect. But I'm hopeful that it's gonna be minimal.
That's cool.
I'm hopeful that they're gonna carry on my dad told me he loved me every night when he tucked me in the bed.
Yeah.
That he told me every day of his life, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. You know what? I think it's time we put you somewhere. You want to take a guess where?
Put me in the hot seat or what?
Yeah. How'd you know? Exactly. You ready?
Come on,
it's time for the hot seat, Dunk.
I read the script, homie.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna shoot some hot, quick questions that are meant to rile you up a little or hit you emotionally. All right. First one, real quick. Your biggest parenting regret. First thing that pops in your head.
My biggest parenting regret
So far.
There have been some times where I should have said certain things and I didn't. Just being stubborn and not. And my stubbornness can get me, because my stubbornness is cousins to pettiness, and they like to hang out every now and then. So if I'm stubborn and I've held back or I didn't say enough or whatever. So yeah, that's probably some of the things that I wish I would have like not been stubborn and just said kind of what I should have.
Yeah.
To my kids.
That's good. I think we've all been there, done that. Okay, how about this? Do or did you ever push too hard on your kids, or do you feel like maybe you didn't push enough? Like pressuring them for school, sports, whatever.
Sports, no. I've never, I don't think I have. School, maybe a little, maybe I didn't push them enough. Because like I said, there are some times where I'm just kind of like, they got it. They're good to go. And so far they've done okay. I mean, could they have done better? Probably. But thankfully I have Laura that is very, very on it. I mean, I know for a fact Cass would not be where she's at if it wasn't for her.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful. Shout out Laura for that one.
Big shout out. That's cool.
And yeah, I mean, the kids, Nick and Natalia, they're on pace with the same thing because she's on them, bro. She's very, very disciplined at that.
So you're saying she kind of takes the pressure off you because she's got that. So it's like, I can be the cool dad.
Yeah. It sucks because sometimes like by her being the bad cop, I get to be the good cop.
Here comes the house gesture.
Yeah, let's go. They're like, no, we're doing homework, and I'm over here trying to juggle.
Dad, we're trying to get serious. Same for me. I don't think school I could have pushed a little bit more, especially with my son, but he had it, so he did better than I could have ever done, and even more than I could have pushed him. So for him, it worked out good. The girls, I didn't really push them that well because I didn't want to, because I don't know, I didn't want them to. I started pushing them a little bit too much in sports, and I saw they would kind of shut down, and so I kind of like, okay, I got to stop that. Now it seems like the more I push, the harder I push, the more it's going the opposite effect. So I kind of chill. But school, I should have probably pushed them a little bit more. They both, same thing. They both did good. They both had nearly straight A's. So it's like, but there's always more. I should have, pushed a little bit more just for whatever reason. Just, you should always try to do as much as you can and the best you can. That's why I always tell them, if you're going to do something, why not excel at it? You know what I mean? Why be bad at it? Yeah. Just like me and you, how we started at bowling. I'm not out here trying to throw 70s every game, brother. I'm trying to get to 200. I'm trying to break that 250. I'm trying to, what's the course?
Put up those truck numbers.
Yeah, what's the course record over there at New Brunswick in Santa Clarita, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to take records down. I'm not out here.
There's no mulligans in bowling.
I'm not out here to be the third best on a team, brother. But anyways, okay. How about this? Are you emotionally available to your kids?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay. I was saying that's what I see is from the outside looking in is definitely. Yeah. Do you feel your parents prepared you enough for parenthood?
Directly, no. Indirectly, yes.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I would say kind of the same. I don't think they were ever like, okay. No, my mom actually, yeah, because my dad wanted me born like a man, take care of business, get up before noon and do the yard, pick up the dog poop, do all that stuff. So they were trying to teach me responsibility, but they didn't follow through enough. And my mom was trying to teach me about school, and she would take me down to Skid Row.
You want 2 alarm clocks, huh?
You want to end up over here? You need to start taking school serious. But but they could have pushed a little harder. But anyways, oh, how about this? Do you spoil your kids? Mine, I know, yes, 100% guilty. What about you?
No, because I don't think. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do. Not necessarily materialistic, but as far as like, there's some times where I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna wash the trucks. Like, I'm gonna wash my trucks, and I'm gonna wash Laura's car, and I don't necessarily go ask them to come out and help me, especially Nick, because I'm like, you know what? They've been kind of kicking butt in school. It's like a Friday night.
Oh, I've done that.
And it's more of a spur of the moment type of thing where I'm like, you know what? Damn, like the other day, dude, Laura's car was all bombed, bro. Like they just, I don't know where she parked under, like she must have parked in like a hen house or something. Cause one side was just, boom, 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 boom. It had so much, I've never seen that much crap on a car.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
And it had been like that for a week. And I was like, you know what? Like, nah, let me hit this real quick.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think it was Sunday night. I was doing some stuff, and so I hit it. I didn't pull him out because I'm like, you know what? We had gone over there that Saturday, and he didn't really have any time to play on the PS5. So I was like, you know what? Let him chill out.
Yeah.
So I do spoil him in that sense because I mean, we have a gardener, bro. We could have easily, he could be our gardener, but
right.
There's certain things that I'm just kind of like, let him chill out. Let him chill out a little bit, because they're good kids.
And who knows if that's really spoiling or almost rewarding. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a fun. Yeah. I did that. I did that exact same thing last night. So Desiree said, make sure you take the trash out in the the night before, because now they come early in the morning, like 6 a.m. So nobody's awake to take them out. So I said, oh yeah, me and my son were going to the gym, or no, we're going to the movies. Or no, we were going to the gym first in the movies. Came home from the gym, forgot to do it. Oh, I forgot to. Okay. All right, make sure we're about to go to the movies. We went to go see that Grogu, whatever, Mandalorian. So before we went to go see, I said, oh, yeah, I'll remember when I get back. Me and him will pull him out. What happens? I get into bed, 12:30. I'm staring at the ceiling, and I say, oh, shit. Me and my son never took the damn trash cans out. So I'm like, I know I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. and take them out. So, of course, I throw my shorts on, my shirt, my sweater, because it's freezing up here right now. I walk out of my bedroom, I turn and look at my son's room, and his light is right on. So it's like, he's on summer. It's like 12:30. So I'm like, should I go grab him and bring him down with me? Just, even though I can handle 2 trash cans, but like, should I just go get him just to, hey, come on, we were supposed to do this. And I said, nah, I'm going to let the kid, like he just graduated and run around. Like, let me let him, just same exact thing. I know he's playing video games. Let me go. I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? And that is kind of like, if that's spoiling, I should have dragged him out, is there? So it's like, I get that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's spoiling, rewarding, whatever. But
like to me, that's spoiling.
Is it? Okay.
Because material wise, I mean, we get him stuff. Like he likes Jordans, obviously. He's very trying to get his shoe game on. He's not gonna get Jordans every time he wants them because his foot's growing like a freaking weed too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's like a size 11 right now. I'm like, I'm not trying to buy him an 11 and you'll be a 12 by the end of the summer. Like,
yep. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, he does get a nice pair of kicks right before school starts, and he takes care of them so they still look good. But
that's cool. That's good. How about this one? Did you fear your parents when you were a kid?
No, I just feared my mom. My mom
feared what? Like that she's gonna get mad or that she's gonna spank you?
Probably spank me. And then, I mean, at a certain point, I was okay with them getting mad. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't running amok, but
yeah. And it didn't matter. It was like, I'm whatever. I'm not getting here.
I think I think my dad verbally like would let me have it. So I think that never got, I never got cool with that. I think because his words hurt. Like my mom was mad, disappointed. But my dad disappointed, and then just letting me have it. Well, that hurt me. That hurt my feelings. That hurt that bruised my ego. I mean, all that, bro. I think because we at a certain point, I'm like becoming a man, and he's just treating me like I'm this little boy that doesn't know how to do anything. So yeah, so that I think I was scared of him that way, but I was scared more of my mom because she was more. It was more one-on-one on a regular basis. I mean, with him, it was just when we were doing stuff on the house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is there one thing you struggle with most raising your kids right now?
I think it would be the kind of where, like you said, I don't know, I feel like I'm rewarding them, but maybe I'm spoiling them. Maybe not always being attentive to their needs, because sometimes I do like skip certain things. I forget, and I'm just like, damn, like they might have like an assignment due, and I'm just like, oh snap, I forgot, Yeah. And then, especially because Laura's was working evenings, so it's like it's on me, and I'm like, damn, I forgot, and we're doing it last minute, stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I can get that. Okay. How about this? Give yourself a little credit. What would you rate yourself on the job you're doing as a parent? Give me a number between 1 and 10. No. Actually, give me A, B, or C. You could throw a minus in there or something.
Like a grade?
Yeah.
I'm a B.
Oh, B, just a B or a B plus or a B minus?
Just a B.
Just
like middle B.
So you're getting the job done. You're above the average. Like, all right, I see.
I'm above average.
I mean, I obviously don't see what's going on in the household, but I mean, just from the outside, I would give you an A minus at least. I would have let you crack that, I mean,
nah, you know what?
Honor roll at least.
I have this saying, bro, that when I was younger, I always thought I was a good parent until I met Laura.
Until what?
Until I met Laura and I started dating her.
Oh.
We had kids, because she's like next level. Like I will never get to her level.
Damn.
As far as attentive to the kids, as far as being on their butts, like I think she's okay with being the bad cop. And I was the bad cop when I was a single dad with Cass, because I kind of had to, and her mom, I guess, was always the good cop, trying to have fun with her and trying to be the nice one.
Yeah.
So by default, I had to be on it. And then once I got with Laura, like she had Nick reading, bro, when he was like 3, I think.
Dang.
Kind of homeschooled him before he started, so he went into preschool and TK and all that. Just kind of just hit the ground running.
Dang.
Even with Natalia, and then obviously when COVID hit, she took. I mean, dude, it's just it's something that I don't even thrive to be that, because I know I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I'm a good parent. I'm a B, cool, whatever. But she is like just a level that I'm not. I don't think I can ever get with them.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, that's respect.
So shout out Laura.
Yeah, I think that's her 3rd shout out already. This is really 30, 40. All right. How about this? Rank what you think is most important for growth in a child. Parents, teachers, the school, just the different schools they attend, grandparents or extended family, aunts, uncles, godparents, grandparents, or friends. Like, which is the most, rank them in terms of, I guess, influence on growing a kid or a kid growing up or whatever?
I want to go parents.
Parents 1, good.
Teachers.
Dang. Teachers, okay.
Friends.
Okay.
School. And the grandparents.
Really?
Yeah, dog.
Why would the school be ahead of grandparents and cousin? I mean, your cousins are your first BFFs.
Because you don't go to school with them, and if you do, then that factor is different. Your grandparents, not all kids have grandparents. Like mine have grandparents. Like my mother-in-law, my father-in-law are very active in their life. My dad obviously can be active in their life as far as doing stuff for them. My mom resources are limited, so she's not like, I'm talking more in the sense of like picking them up from school.
Yeah.
Watching them if we need to during the week when they can come get them, whatever. My mom can't do that. My dad can't do that, right? So to me, that doesn't factor in on my side. And I don't know that many people that have them, because I do know a lot of people that have kids. The grandparents are still working. You know what I mean? And if they are working, then obviously they can't do as much for them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that kind of groups them like that. Parents, I think, are obviously number one, bro. Like you're the foundation, you're the base, you're the center of that universe. Teachers, I've had. I'm a product of LAUSD, bro, and I've had some of the best teachers that I've ever encountered. At the time, I didn't necessarily know it. Some of them I did. Like, shout out Mr. Marchelli, bro. Pacoima Middle School, my English teacher, just amazing man. But if you, like, I've seen it at work where you just have teachers that were meant to be teachers, bro. Like, these are people that genuinely care.
Yeah,
they go above and beyond,
right,
to get a lesson, bro. It's not even like, I'm not saying they're necessarily molding these kids to be like graduate students, but they some of them are, but they will do everything in their power to get a lesson across, bro. A simple lesson,
like almost like it's their own kids, huh? Like,
yeah, man. And it's like, when you see that, oh my God. And it sucks to say it, bro, but there's not enough of them in the world.
Yeah,
some people do it as a job, and some people do it as a career.
Yeah. And those are the ones that want to make changes.
Friends, bro, like my tío Javier, I remember, I think Victor, my cousin Victor, told me this. I think I was probably like a young teenager, where he's like, show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. And friends, bro, friends that you see on a daily basis in school,
that have some of the biggest influence.
You know what I mean? And it's up to you to teach these kids as a parent to learn how to, kind of filter these kids out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And then, I mean, the school, bro, that's where you're at, bro. That boxes everything in.
Yeah. No, that's good. Because I could tell that's more, the question was to you, so you answered it. What, those are the top rankings for you. See, for me, it would be parents. For me, number 2 would be grandparents, because my mom is really close to my daughters mostly, but she's really close to them. So she's like just as big of an influence as I am, right behind me. Like, if I'm number 1, or if I'm 8, or I'm 1, she's 1A. She's like, they always go to her when they need something.
Which is a blessing, bro.
Yeah. So like, you were saying, as soon as you brought that up, I was like, yeah, you know what? That my kids have that.
And it's something you don't know because you've always had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I see I see like Laura's parents interact with the kids.
Uh-huh.
And the way my mom interacts with mine, like, it's totally different, bro. It's night and day. Yeah. I mean, she loves them to death, but the interaction is way different.
The relationship is different. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. All right, let's go I think we have this and one more little thing. This one just kind of real quick. So you obviously have a daughter that's already graduated, about to graduate again, right, for a master's next year.
Yeah.
And then next will be Nico in a couple years from high school, and then Natalia's got a couple. She's what grade is she in? 3rd, 2nd?
Natalia's in 4th.
4th.
She's finishing 4th.
So she's got a while to go. So what if you could name like 4, kind of like a Mount Rushmore, 4 things that you feel are essential to teach a kid, let's say before high school graduation? Do you have 4 things that you're like, I want them to be, whatever, like for like hardworking or this or that? What are the 4 things that you think are most essential to teach your kids before they get out of high school and before they go on to either real life or college or whatever is next?
To be an effective communicator.
No,
right? Communication.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Shoot.
Hard work.
Okay.
Probably routine.
Okay. Like how to take care of business by always
like how to dictate time, how to manage what you need, what needs to be done, how to prioritize this over this, and then just gumption, bro.
What is that like resolve? Like you
like Forrest Gumption.
Always keep going. Oh, is that where that's from? No, that's for something else. Gumption. That boy's got some gumption. I'm always been like, what is
gumption? Is I just looked it up. I don't want to take credit. Courage, initiative, and resourcefulness to take action.
Resourcefulness. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that is.
If you got 3 of those 4, bro, come on, man. My hats to you, and you will succeed.
But how come that seems like such an old, like a Southern term? Like that boy's got some gumption in him. You know what I mean?
Because I don't know if you know this, but I spent time in the South. Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, fighting for the Confederacy or what? Or with the Bo Dukes or what?
You know what? When I was there, I was for the Confederacy. How'd you know?
Because I could tell you're a Southerner at heart.
I could tell.
I could tell you're a South Sider. Yeah, a sympathizer. Hey, those were good, bro. I like the communication one. Mine were similar. That you need, how to work hard for what you want. How to treat people. Like I think that's big when you're adult. If you don't know how to treat people right, it's hard to advance in life. This is kind of like what you said. How to balance life and school or work, which is kind of like how you're thinking, the routine and setting a schedule and all that. And then the last one was how to accept like failure or rejection, not let it not let it crater you or send you into a spiral. How to like accept it and learn from it and move on. So
that's good because all mine were all positive.
Yeah.
Like assuming that you're not gonna fail.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I mean they're all. I mean, shit, we could probably list 10 different. You know what I mean? That's hard to list for. I like the communication one because I was like, oh yeah, like if you can't communicate, that's hard to. It's hard to.
You know what? That's probably the hardest thing because that's what I tell the kids. I'm like, dude, communicate.
Yeah.
Half the time, communication is fed by assumption, and it might not even be as big as you think it is. You're making a bigger thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But it's hard. It's hard to communicate.
It's hard, especially for us guys that were brought up. Our parents were as
toxic.
Communicative. Well, I don't know what that word is.
Communicate.
Unc, we're at 58. We might actually get out of here right at an hour if you make this one quick. Your favorite segment, or actually, no, this is America's favorite segment. Uncle Knows Best.
Damn, after all these Uncle Knows Best, I've been giving you everything I know.
I know. I don't think there's anything left. But
that well might be dry.
This might just be more of a little toast because I wanted you to give a little advice or a little shout out to everybody that's graduating right now around this time. My son just graduated. One of my other cousins' son just graduated. I've seen online a whole bunch of people are graduating. So how about a little word, a little commencement speak? No, commencement is a start. What's the one the smart kids give? The valedictorian. Give a little valedictorian. Come on, give a little encouragement for the youth. What advice do you have? And what advice do you have for these kids?
This is kind of hard because
wait,
I have to win.
Palm. It's pump. Actually, I'm not gonna do it because I want to try to find that song and play it. Okay, go for it.
Circumstance. The only thing I can tell you, if you're graduating, congratulations. Every graduation is a stepping stone to the. What is that? That's 2026.
Yeah.
Nice.
My son's
already. You wake him up right now? You're like, hey,
I have his cords. I have everything. I take all this stuff because I want to keep it. I have their ID.
Yeah, bro. Keep it in bagging.
Hell yeah, bro. I love this stuff. All right. Sorry. Look.
Class of 2026. Congratulations. This is a big step. It's bigger than you think. So don't sell it short. And going on to the next with the same gumption as you did with this one. And, hopefully you have a good foundation. And if you have a good foundation, hopefully you have a good foundation. And just go out and get it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't overthink it. Overthinking it will cause you to stall out. So if you go hard or go home. Give it 100%. And you will not fail. I promise you. So get it, 2026. See you in 4 or 5 years maybe. And then we'll do it again.
Yeah. Run it back.
I mean, like I said, this is bigger than you think. So don't overthink it and just do it. Go for it.
Just do it. Go for it. Hey, take the plunge, huh? How we get in that water, how we get wet. We jump in, bro. We don't care about
we jump in.
Yeah, we just jump in.
Yeah.
What is that?
I'm wearing jean shorts and I'm getting in. So what?
Uncle, guess what? I think we did it, bro. I think we covered some good things, some good life lessons for some of the kids, a little throwback from how we were raised and what we went through and our kind of graduation experiences and feelings.
We learned the definition of gumption.
Gumption, which is an awesome word. I'm going to try to squeeze that one in every once in a blue moon. This boy got some gumption.
You know who had gumption?
Who?
Bob from La Bamba.
Bob. Oh, Bobo, right? Yeah.
Baby, I need some action tonight.
Yeah, dog.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you gotta get him in every single episode.
Which is your favorite, the motorcycle or the it ain't my first or my last?
It's always it ain't my first or my last will always be my favorite.
Yeah.
But how come he's riding his motorcycle and he's like,
because he doesn't give a shit.
Like, what is he doing, bro?
Yeah, that's what you do, bro. There's no explanation. Bro.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't have a Harley, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, you're right.
Come on, brother. All right, Uncle. Parents plant the seeds, but eventually, these damn kids, they need to start watering their own garden, homie. You know what I mean? Water's up, everything's up, utilities are up, brother. I can't afford to water these plants for the rest of my life. For me, my goal was never to raise perfect kids. I honestly just wanted to raise good people. And I feel like if I do that, I believe everything else will fall into place. So, hey, if you survived school and you survived your parents and now you're surviving your kids' journey, well, you deserve a congratulations as well. So you congratulate all those kids. We should also congratulate those parents that are putting that work behind the scenes.
Yep.
Maybe they don't get that credit, maybe get too much credit, whatever. Congratulations to all the kids, to all the parents. This is an awesome time of the year, and all joking aside that they were talking about that song, it's when I hear that, it's just like I instantly start to get, emotional. Like, oh man, it's a great song. I always feel proud of everybody that's doing it. I didn't feel pride in high school, but when college came around, I felt some pride because I actually had a diploma. So, congrats again to everybody, all you new graduates. Good luck, and good luck in life. Good luck in whatever comes next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you, as always, Unc. Thank you. I thought that was great. That was beautiful, and that's it for today. We'll have to hit it again next time. Thank you, Uncle.